The following broadcast is not suitable for children under 3 years of age.
It's time for Clashing Heads, where the forces of good and evil converge depending on whose side you're on. Coming in from the left wing, socialist, knee-jerk, union lackey, Lefty Al from the left coast. Hello, Clashing Heads. Coming in from the right wing, heartless, demon-possessed, MAGA apologist, Righty Jim from a parallel universe and places only known to him and his God.
Hello, Clashing Heads.
Welcome to Clashing Heads, everybody.
Merry Christmas, happy holiday, and do it. Happy belated Eve.
How come Righty Jim, I don't hear him saying Happy Kwanzaa?
I said Happy Kwanzaa.
Did you?
Certainly did not.
I said Happy Kwanzaa and Festivus for the rest of us.
Righty Jim, I know, has been a fan of Festivus for the rest of us.
I'm not a fan of it. It's not a real thing. It's a made-up thing on site.
It's no more made up than you, Righty Jim.
I've got a poll.
I'm real. I'm living. I'm breathing, at least for the time being.
Here we are, everyone. All the news, all the opinions, and it's Christmas. Here we are, Clashing Heads. We are the new and improved Clashing Heads. All the mirth, all the merriment, all the... Do we say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays around here?
Merry Christmas and happy holidays for those that, Lefty Al, that don't participate.
Oh, don't say that. Lefty Al is very much a lover of Christmas.
And what have I heard, Lefty Al, about, is it Seattle or Portland, where they're not allowing you to say Merry Christmas this year?
Probably both, knowing those cities. I also saw one today where basically they had this cool little video, I'm pretty sure it's AI, of this little kid in Britain being thrown out of school his teacher tried to throw him out of class because he wished all of his fellow students a Merry Christmas.
Well, this is right-wing AI propaganda.
It's the reality of what's going on.
Fake of what you guys are all about. People aren't saying there. Yeah, we're being...
It's the real Lefty Al. The reality of Lefty Al
closer to truth that Donald Trump would deport the entire city of Portland and Seattle to El Salvador, and that'll get aired on 60 Minutes. So,
it could only improve. It could only improve Portland.
Are we ready to go, gentlemen?
Well,
I thought we already were.
We already are. So this is our special show, and this is a show where we're all giving. Wait a
minute, Lefty. We have a couple of voices that have not been introduced yet.
Well, that's true. We have audience. You should know by now. This is Clashing Heads. I'm going to introduce Righty Jim, and then Righty Jim can introduce our next esteemed co-host, and then our next esteemed co-host can introduce me again.
Wow, how many people do we have on board tonight?
I don't know how many people are in Lefty Al's head, but okay. How many, Lefty Al, real quick, how many voices do you hear in your head tonight?
I see a lot of angels on a head of a pin.
That would only be if you're in Anaheim Stadium, but okay. With us tonight, in addition to Lefty Al, who does not need to be introduced again.
I want to be introduced.
Well, you're not going to be. I'm sure your narcissism, just like Donald Trump would like to be introduced.
Here we go. Again, narcissism.
We have with us is Moderate Mike, joining us for a couple week layoff, and again, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a Happy Holidays to you.
Well, Moderate Mike, same right back at you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Very kind of you.
Lefty Al, and it's good to be back with you guys after a short hiatus here.
Well, you were entitled to your short hiatus, Moderate Mike. It's in your contract.
Don't you feel better now knowing that Lefty Al's approved your
It's in your contract.
Let me put my bottle of Irish
coffee, right?
Righty Jim has taught us the ethos of indentured servitude.
Ooh,
that would
very nice.
that would be more so accustomed to the Democratic Party, which was the party of slavery in the
He longs for those days, audience. He
I
longs
do not.
for the days of being, in anything from the Byzantine era going backwards. So, everyone, are we all ready for our special show? Our special show is special, audience, because this is a show where Clashing Heads is actually exercising restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, whatever you want to believe.
Are we going to do the topics?
Well, we are, but I want to bring up that because it's the holiday season, it's the season of giving. So, Righty Jim should be happy. Moderate Mike, you should be ambivalent about this. That we're going to tear down the usual rundown of our news. We are not going to be. Jim, hold on, because I understand from Moderate Mike that the spirits of the recording of Clashing Heads will tune us out if anyone is talking over someone else. Is that correct, Moderate Mike?
It seems to be that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the spirits that be of the future, past, present, or today, but
Right.
but there's spirits involved with it.
Are we sure it's just not the spirits of Lefty Ellsman?
Well, here. Well, I'm going to tell everybody.
I'm not touching the dials.
No. We're going to get right to the Righty Jim agenda, because we are not. By the way, we are not talking tonight about Trump's war on war, his war on Venezuela, his war on Colombia, his war on Canada, his war on Mexico, his war on Greenland. We are not going to talk about Trump's war on Biden and Obama. We are not going to talk about Trump's war on affordability. We are not going to talk about Trump's war on health care, health premiums. We're not going to talk about Trump's war on poverty, although he actually doesn't mind poverty. It's just the poor he hates. We're not going to talk about his war on wind, even though he doesn't like windmills because they cause cancer.
Says a blowhard.
We're not going to talk about his war on 60 Minutes because, hey, they bend to his knee and he still doesn't like them. And we're not going to talk about his war on toilets and showers, electric cars. And finally, everyone, we're not going to talk about Trump's war on Christmas, that he has declared victory every year. Christmas actually remains.
So, since you already discussed what we're not going to talk about, why don't you name two things that President Trump has done well in 2025?
Well, I was going to do a round robin on this with Moderate Mike, and you can start, Moderate Mike. I've been saying what we're not talking about.
Well, and also
it just pains me. It pains me, everyone.
Yeah, Moderate Mike, if you've got two good things from Trump, fire away.
Well, the number one thing is how the border has been closed.
Good point. Very good.
And just, you want to come into our country, let's do it legally, folks.
Absolutely. Dot those I's and cross those T's.
Yeah, that's right. And the fact that he's trying to, he mentioned today how he wants to build upwards of 25 new battleships because we're behind China in the amount of battleships that we have.
Yes, let's steal ships from other countries. That'll do it.
I don't think we're going to steal ships. I think we know how to build battleships because we had the best battleships at World War II.
Yeah.
Well, Lefty Al.
Yes, we don't have the best oil tankers in the world.
So we're stealing them from Venezuela.
No, we're not stealing them.
Oh, we are.
We're just stopping it. By the way, you know where that's had a real impact is in Cuba.
Yes.
Cuba is down to like about 4 gallons of gasoline in the whole country right now.
Oh, isn't that just lovely? Now, Righty Jim, you care? Let's just have some fun with this. Care to guess what I think are the best of Trump?
I would say the border, and I would say something that would be a joke or an insult to Trump. Like he's good at screwing up the economy or something.
Okay.
What did I say? Hold on, Lefty Hal. We didn't hear from you. What are the two good things?
He wanted me to guess what I thought they were.
I want him to guess what he thinks mine are.
And I just did.
And then how about you, Moderate Mike? What do you think I would say Trump would? Yeah.
What did Trump do well? What do you think Lefty Al
It's really
said that Trump did
pain.
well?
Everyone I'm
Well, not putting his name on the Kennedy Center, that's for sure.
Well, we are going to remember, Moderate Mike, we are going to do two things he hasn't done well
Right.
next. So
But yeah, I thought maybe next year one of the shows we can do live from the new Trump Kennedy Center. But I don't know if we'll be
I don't know if we'll be
out in there to write it yet.
I think Clashing Heads should be.
we know Lefty Al won't be allowed in.
I think Clashing Heads should be honored. Like Kiss, right?
Yeah, like
I don't think we quite have the history of Kiss, but okay. Lefty Al, what are your 2 points to keep?
I'm trying to guess, but you go ahead, Left.
Okay, no. Moderate Mike should.
Yeah,
do
go
it.
ahead, Moderate Mike.
I should guess what the two good things this past year there was.
What Lefty Al is going to say.
What I'm going to say. You have to have like clairvoyance here.
Clairvoyance. Well, let me see. Let me put on my
Clairvoyance into dementia.
MAGA hat and see what I get. Oh, like that.
You have to put on your anti-MAGA hat.
Put on your tinfoil hat there. Marjorie Taylor Greene gave up. Yeah. For the space lasers.
Two good things. Well, don't you agree with not letting any illegals in? And
Well, that would be a top one for me.
it would not be a top one for you. Okay. How about bringing down gasoline prices, except in the state of California?
No. California, our gas is at the lowest it's been all year right now. I've seen it.
Still quite what it is in the rest of the nation.
Yes.
We have cleaner gas here.
Oh.
It's not relevant to the conversation.
Just be in a room with Righty Jim and you can.
So what else would you say then that he did that?
I would say I give up. I would let.
Oh, he lowered the. Well, he didn't actually lower the price of eggs, but
No, that would not. No. He would have nothing to do with that. But one thing, I'm in all serious.
okay.
He has moved marijuana to Schedule 3 drug. It's overdue, long overdue. Righty Jim, you agree with that, right?
I do not. I mean, I agree that he did that. I don't necessarily agree that's one of the two best things he's done all year.
Yeah, it's the best.
Creating the ability for most stoners, I'm not sure is the greatest thing for America.
Like quite political.
The Lefty Al, I assume that you were happy because it makes it easier for you to partake in the wacky weed.
It's about time we recognize that what you call. Oh, here we are. Every time the bell rings.
Seriously, what was wrong with
Every
that?
time the bell rings, Righty Jim.
An angel loses its wing.
Yeah, exactly.
Righty Jim becomes a fallen angel.
Okay.
Now,
No, all kidding aside,
Yeah.
no, it offers research and development, and if it's
Okay, sure. Okay, good point.
and
All right.
it's supposed to, give way also for the money to be transferred into banks, which it hasn't been.
Oh, will it allow that?
I heard it that it was.
Oh, okay. I was curious about that. I hadn't heard anybody speak about that.
Yeah, because right now it's not a part of that, but
Very good.
basically the doctors like it and the scientists like it because now they can find out if CBD and the oil and all this other stuff that goes along with the herb of the plant is doing harm or good, or if it's really helping the elderly with glaucoma and their
Or they're just getting stoned and don't care.
and don't care. That would be me, Righty Jane.
Well, very good. If it helps you, God bless you. Lefty Al, what's number 2 on your list?
well, number 2
Yeah.
for our president, I think the second greatest thing that he's done and is doing is that every day he's closer to being out of office.
Okay, there. I knew there was some sort of rude then.
Something good left you out.
It's just Lefty Al. It's genetic with him.
Listen, right, modern Mike,
Yes, sir.
cut me some slack here.
He might just lock up and freeze if he says something nice about Trump.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Righty.
So guess what, Righty Jim?
No, we don't have to guess.
No, you don't want to do that?
No, because we're going to spend too much time on the guess.
Yeah.
We can do it for the other ones. Mine are the border. My matching moderate, Mike. I completely agree, 125%. That is the best thing. And actually, okay, so since Lefty Al went kind of down a cynical path, I will do that too. And I will say that the best thing that Trump does, and he's done this, it doesn't just 2025, it is how much he puts, how much he drives the left nuts on a daily basis.
Oh.
how much disdain he brings to Lefty Al's world on a daily basis.
That's
Only because Lefty Al is so absolutely fanatically obsessed with what Donald Trump does.
Set on a daily with losing our democracy.
Yeah, whatever. We're not losing our democracy. We haven't lost our democracy. We still have our democracy. And by the way, we're not a democracy. We're a democratic republic. Thank you very much.
Oh no, not with the king in charge. He doesn't.
We don't have again. We don't have a king.
So
I just saw one of the posts I did from it because you know that Monitor Mike, you know that post on Facebook where it says you can post like if you're safe from like an earthquake or some catastrophe.
Right.
I posted I'm safe from kings on that day. So
beautiful.
yes,
yeah.
I just stumbled across that post today, so I made me think about that.
And that I like that, righty Jim. And now, are we going to go to Lefty Al to hear
Lefty Al, what are two things that Trump hasn't? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that he hasn't.
Oh well,
I
I have to hear from Righty Jim what he thinks.
I don't know. There are so many things. Well, some of my time later on we'll cover this, but I would take the entire show to guess.
Top two.
I would say the economy, because that's one of your top topics that you constantly babble about, and reducing America's place in the world.
Boy, those are really good. I don't know why I didn't think of them. Modern Mike, how about you? What do you think I would say knowing me, Lefty Al?
Oh, boy.
See?
I got a list a mile long.
I just say you can take the whole show and cover Jeff.
It's so
like anything.
It's so hard to deal with the
National Guard, right?
Oh, that's there you go.
A really good one.
You don't like the National Guard coming into the cities.
Nope.
And
really likes illegals in the cities.
How he's handling Putin, maybe.
That's another very good one.
Okay, so Lefty Al, what is it?
No. This what I was alluding to it before about our democracy, that he's governed like an authoritarian with retribution against his political enemies. Okay, and
but okay,
yes, he has. And I guess I have a number two.
Yes, that would usually come after number one.
He is the most the most repulsive man.
Oh my God!
In the White House. No. Wait a minute.
But his personality shouldn't have to do it with anything that
his
policies are.
He's only repulsive to you, Lefty Al, or to the.
Oh no, it's his extreme narcissism. No, wait, Mike, we talked about this.
Yes,
when he starts naming himself on the Center for International Peace and the Kennedy Center, he actually probably wanted to remove Kennedy because but
probably did. I wouldn't doubt that.
No, but there's a law that says it's a congressional law that the Kennedy Center is to be named the Kennedy Center. Nowhere in the law says Trump. And by the way, who here believes that when Trump is out of office and a Democrat comes into office, that name is still going to be on the building? I mean,
I'm sure you'd be very retributionish of you to do so, and I'm sure you guys would, because that is what the Democratic Party is.
No,
it is the pettiness of the Democratic Party.
No, please. So Trump's not petty for putting his name on the Kennedy Center.
Didn't say he wasn't.
In fact, when Democrats get into power, I am sure we're going to put in through congressional act that you can't name anything after a living president, and certainly not a president who is still in office.
Well, I'm glad that you're covering the important thing for the American public. So, all right. Okay. Moderator Mike, what are your two things that Trump hasn't done well in 25?
I think the optics of building the ballroom, which is now costing it started $200 million, now it's up to $400 million by the time it's done.
How many millionaires do we owe are indebted to for their contributions? Yeah.
But at least now they'll have their conventions right there, and they can eat dinner out there too.
There you go.
And they don't have to go to a separate location. They can go right from the Oval Office into the ballroom.
Perfect.
And another thing, negative, it's I don't have a complaint so much about the policy as his just the way he handles himself. He doesn't come off very presidential, and anybody that the kids would look up to.
Right.
I
Okay,
don't know.
Lefty Al, what are my two?
Yeah.
Oh, what you don't like about Trump?
No, I didn't say what I don't like. I said what two things he hasn't done well in 25.
Well, the economy.
Wrong.
He's promised when he was running for president that
You have to be specific.
what he
He promised to close the border. He certainly has done that.
no,
He promised to deport the illegals. He's done that.
You're down to
You don't like the
2.7.
tariffs? You don't like the tariffs? It's hurt the economy, inflation, causing inflation and unemployment.
But we're down to
The else
2.7 inflation, right?
But the inflation has gone down. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But not inflation in regular household affordability. And inflation will certainly go up when
Okay, let me
premiums double and triple.
Lefty Al, we're not looking for editorialization. You need
So
to
what
do
else?
thing.
What don't you like about Trump? That he,
Again, not what I don't like about Trump. What hasn't he done well in 25?
well, he hasn't taken care of himself pretty well. I mean, he looks terrible.
Okay, never mind. Okay, let me go with mine.
Okay, go ahead, Righty Jim.
Because you haven't come close. Well, actually, you haven't hit at least my number one.
He's not good at golf. You're really into golf.
He's good at golf.
He is good at golf.
He's very good for his age. Yes, he's extraordinary for his age.
Is he?
Yes.
Wait.
I've seen him play golf. Go watch the video with Bryson DeChambeau where he plays golf. For an 80-year-old, he is stupendous. I hope I play as well as he does at 80.
Well, does he play as well as you at 80 as you do at your tender?
Maybe when I get everything put back together from the recent medical issues, yes. I mean, yes, I probably do. But okay, but the two things that Trump hasn't done well in 2025, these are, again, these are self-inflicted. One, he hasn't dealt well with the Epstein issue. He brought it up. This wasn't an issue until he
You're absolutely right, Righty.
Oh, right.
He's completely blown the Epstein issue.
Wait a minute. He's starting to make some sense here.
I always make sense. You just don't always pay attention to the fact that it makes sense.
And they ran out of black ink, from what I hear, across the softball. Feeling all right, Dak?
Is that him? I mean, come on. What's that all about?
Yeah. It's,
Moderate Mike, I want the toner sales for that.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my
Oh, come on.
Every time I see a paper being held up, all I see are black.
It's black ink. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I would say he's
Yes.
fumbled it badly. And I would say probably a subject that Lefty Al didn't bring up, but one I'm sure he's going to agree with is he and the Republicans have not done much, and the same thing they didn't do for 4 years in fixing Obamacare.
Yes, I agree with
They haven't done, and right now they've got a little bit of a mess because right now they've gone home and they're not going to have the premium. Unfortunately, the hundreds of billions in subsidies in place.
Jim, you hit it on the head.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Do appreciate that.
Trump is taking the whole house of cards down
Well,
with him.
Very funny. I know what you were trying to say with that. You didn't do a good job of it, but
It is.
he's taking the whole Republican House down as in the 2026 midterm.
No, right?
And I've said that on my appearances on Chad show. I talked about that. I think unfortunately they have nothing. They have no option when they come back, and it's probably going to get heat for it with waiting that long, is to go out and just at least do a 1-year reinstatement of the subsidy.
No, but
because
there's a discharge petition for 3 years. It's going to go to the House of Representatives.
no, I think that I think they'll cut a deal before it gets to that point.
Oh, really?
Well, they're all gone. Then nothing's going to happen till the 5th of January anyway.
The premium is still skyrocketing.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely. After they said you little payment, it's been stupid. It's not been handled well. That's why I brought
political suicide. And so you have to ask yourself,
fixable, but it's still
not
got
fixable.
fixable.
Look, you're telling me Democrats are going to replay and replay and replay.
It wasn't a topic to be discussed.
So hold on, right, Jim.
And how many?
Democrats are going to replay Trump in 2019? So
Giving them he's got a BA for every.
he's going to. He's had a plan for 10 years now that he hasn't.
Brady,
He hasn't had a plan for 10 years. You're right.
Oh, he's been saying he's had a plan. He hasn't had a plan. Republicans have nothing because the
problem
reason why
because the Democrats made an absolute mess out of this thing. and it's hard for them to fix.
We need to educate our audience too.
No, we really don't. Yeah, we need
And
to do it.
like-
We need to move
yeah.
on. Okay, well,
Obamacare was a creature of the Heritage Foundation, which
okay,
is a Republican.
I know that you like to
Sam.
try to believe.
It's absolutely
Lefty
true.
out.
It's
Left
about
out. Moving on.
moderate Mike.
Moving on.
Moderate Mike.
Yes.
So little jingle bells. Come on, jingle bells.
Thank you. Okay, okay, Lefty Al,
Yes.
you've got your 5 minutes to review 2025, and I'm going to start the clock.
Okay, let's go.
By the way, do we have enough time left to continue with this, Lefty Al?
Hold on. I want Righty Jim to start. This was your topic, Righty Jim, and give us your review.
You want? Well, I set it up in the agenda for you to go first.
No. This was yours. I'm giving it to you, Righty Jim.
Well, no, we each get 5 minutes. It's not just me. You get 5 minutes.
I get
we have
5 minutes,
early,
and you get. Look, okay. Do you want me to go over right now or wait for you?
You get your 5 minutes.
How many do I get?
How many? What do you get?
How many points do I get in 5 minutes?
Whatever you can do in 5 minutes.
Well,
I won't say a word. Just go.
All right. We are going to have in 5 minutes. Trump returns and governs by grievance. 2025 year America learned that nostalgia is not a policy platform. Trump returned to power, promising strength and order, and delivered chaos, retribution, politics, and nonstop conflict with institutions, allies, and reality itself. The president became less about governing and more about settling scores. Number 2, rule of law versus rule of loyalty. Courts, judges, prosecutors, juries. 2025 saw an unprecedented war on the legal system itself. Every adverse ruling became corrupt. Every investigation became political. The message was clear. Loyalty matters more than the law. Number 3, democracy under pressure. And this is about no kings, right? Voting rights, election, administration, civic trust took repeated hits. Rhetoric about rigged systems didn't fade after election day. It intensified. That's taking up my time, undermining confidence in democratic norms, making routine governments feel fragile. I mean, there's more. Do you want more? Global instability and transactional foreign policy. And we speak about transactional using tariffs using tariffs and pretending that tariffs aren't attacks on the American people. But our alliances were treated like invoices. NATO was threatened rhetorically, but never abandoned. Adversaries were antagonized without strategy. Friends were pressured without reassurance. Let's not forget about Canada as the 51st state and the Gulf of Mexico now is the Gulf of America. I want to know why Trump is not pushing for New Mexico to be renamed New America. Okay, to continue, Venezuela oil and selective outrage, tough talk, confusing signals on oil. That was supposed to be about drugs, right? How much fentanyl is coming out of Venezuela? 0. That's where the problem is. Trump is using this as an excuse for power, for regime change with Maduro, and he just wants to take over the globe, and especially our Western Hemisphere. This is not America's place. A man who said he vowed he wouldn't get America into foreign wars, then renames the Department of Defense the War Department. There's no coincidence there, everyone. Of course, the economy, the market stayed volatile. Inflation cooled for some, but persisted for others. Corporate profits remain. The tax cut, the big ugly bill. Let's not forget about that. And Righty Jim is right about something. Republicans have committed suicide with health care. Americans are going to punish the Republican Party strong. And MAGA is imploding. Okay, health care efficiency costs, calls to eliminate redundancies. This has become just a slow.
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay. Media under fire. This is no accident with him putting pressure on CBS about Colbert, about Jimmy Kimmel, about even, but he invited Bill Maher. That's one thing he did okay on. He invited Bill Maher.
Bill Maher said he was a really nice guy.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what, Righty Jim and Modern Mike, we should
Yeah.
all get together and have some Christmas dinner and what have you. But the culture wars on overdrive against books. I mean, this whole woke thing and punishing libraries, whatever. He's doubled down on the cultural conflict. Of course, the deportation of people. You know, I don't think Americans
1 minute.
I don't think Americans like pregnant women being stomped on by ICE and these masked ICE thugs that remind me of another time in our history. And then science, reality, and misinformation, from climate change to RFK, totally screwing things up, making our medicine all about politics. There's children getting measles, which was supposed to be a conquered disease. We are in trouble, everyone, from
30
Trump's
seconds.
policies. So 2025 wasn't just a year of big stories. You're stress testing American institutions, okay? Some bent, some held, some reminded us why they matter to all of us. We've got to fight for our democracy, everyone. I call it a democracy. Righty Jim, you want to hide behind terminology. We've always believed America was about democracy, our shared values. Thank you, Righty Jim.
Boy, Lefty
on.
Lefty Al, very well spoken. I'd like to see you on the ballot in 28.
God, no.
Righty
Was
Jim, are you gonna?
Did you read that from a teleprompter? Were you?
Yeah, it certainly sounded like you'd already written that.
Oh my goodness! Were you so?
There is somebody, Jim, or he just, or he gave you a chance to speak first.
You shows up GPT.
Yeah, somebody did. Well, okay.
Very well spoken. Now, Righty Jim, let's handle the year in review.
Yes, well, your review. I did a review yesterday. I spent a significant period of time yesterday
Well, your time's up.
going through the agenda items that we have covered in the 2025 on Clashing Heads.
Okay.
So I thought the audience would find it interesting because Lefty L contends extensively that he does not have TDS. But let's see what the data says about it. Okay, now I couldn't find all of the agendas because that goes into some of the things that I found here that I wrote down. Is that we didn't have agendas for all of the shows. We didn't do a show every week, and sometimes the agendas were incorrect. But here's what I found on this. Okay, so I basically broke this up into: did he mention Trumping the agenda item? Did it relate to an administrative, something in the Trump administration, like when he talks about RFK Jr. or when he talks about ICE? That's not Trump directly, that's the Trump administration. And the third thing, hang on, I didn't talk during yours. And the third thing is things unrelated to Trump directly, like the war in Gaza, SpaceX, well, maybe not SpaceX if it mentions Elon, but things like that. So what I could come up with was a total of 143 topic lines that were in our agenda for the year.
Wow.
Okay.
You did your homework.
Yes, I did. I spent hours doing this, going through all of this and all of your gibberish of emails.
Yes.
So 60 of those mentioned
well
Donald
done.
Trump. 51 of those discussed administration, and 32 of those were unrelated
Wow.
directly to the Trump administration or Donald Trump. Breaking that down means 42% were Trump. 36% were Trump administration, or a total of 78% of every agenda item for the 2025 season of Clashing Heads involved Trump or his administration.
Yeah.
22%, which is a remainder of 78%, minus one, were unrelated. So, Lefty L, that pretty much put you in the seriously TDS category. Now, some other little things that we had on here.
Yes, is in.
Go ahead.
Goes over with
No.
dealing with Lefty L.
Yeah.
There were 4 times where Lefty L demanded we implement rules. There were 6 rants in the emails about those rules. There were 13 format changes where we would do something one week and then change it for the next from Lefty L.
Called
3 times she sent me wrong agendas that were agendas from previous weeks.
Whoa.
Time
kind
there were
of Chandler Christmas show.
7 times there were no agendas.
It's like, what is this,
time-
Scrooge?
15 times there were my topics were placed at the bottom and sometimes were not gotten to because Lefty L so sucked up all the time.
Really?
6 time there were claims that the agenda items
Merry Christmas to you.
Hey.
This is very well done. I'm
Six
finding
times it claims
entertaining.
It's a 2-minute warning, everyone. 2-minute warning.
Okay.
6 times the claims were items that I had sent him, which I had not, which covered his topics. And by the way, he claims that I have GDS, Gavin Derangement Syndrome, yet my topics only included Gavin 7% of the times, where his included Trump 78% of the time.
Wow.
And just to give you
good.
and to give you some of the topics,
Did you run this through AI, Ready Jim? How do you
I don't
know?
think AI would touch this lefty out.
Oh my God.
So basically, the most common topics that he had in his agenda items were Trump approval ratings
1 minute.
and Trump stagflation.
1 minute.
So there you go, folks. This is what I have to deal with
And that was
on a
the
weekly
agenda-
basis when we're dealing with Lefty Al and his TDF.
Well,
Now,
thank you. And man, hold on a minute. How you Ready Jim?
so let's talk about
Happy New Year.
let's
And-
talk
and-
about
and
2025.
And his approval rating too, guys, it was on the agenda for tonight as well.
It was on the original agenda to recreate it to the year end.
Yeah, so
Lefty Al pipe down, still my time.
you got 30 seconds, Ready Jim.
Basically, what are you looking at for
Minute
2025? 2025 was, I would give Donald Trump a B for the year for the work that he's done. He has shut the borders, we
He
discussed.
thinks he got an
Lefty Al,
A+++.
stop. Stifle yourself. So, yes, he does. He is Trump being Trump, and that hasn't changed. And why you expect him to change, I do not understand, because he is Donald Trump, which is why I think Lefty Al does not like them, because they're both raging narcissists. And when raging narcissists get
minute
together, they
Of the
each
show. 1 minute of the
they
show.
each of them will
Let's give Trump our rating. Mike, what do you give him?
You mean a letter rating?
Yeah, letter rating.
great.
Letter grade.
I'll give him right now a B minus, C plus.
Oh, he is absolutely fail. Fail if you. I don't know what a fail minus is, but he is definitely fail.
Lefty Al, let's look at your report card.
It's predictable, righty, Jim.
All right, everyone. So
Happy holidays and a
Happy New Year. Hi, days. We won't have a show next week. Have you
got me? What do
We'll
you
be
get for Christmas? That's right,
week of
a
January.
lump of coal, Lefty Al? A lump of coal.
Me and Charlie Brown. All right, everyone.
Holidays.
Moderate Mike, the best to you in the new
Thank
year. And
Everything
right,
was
Jim.
Lefty Al and Radio Jim.
Happy Hanukkah. Merry
Thank
Thank you.
May our tossing heads be a symbol for the rest of the nation not to be anything like us.